So we have on our yes column, space travels only possible using massive spaceships, the dark jungle, space pox, self-building habitats, ancient advanced aliens, and space pirates. It's stuff that all might turn up in this game. On the list of things that definitely won't happen are time travel, space magic, humanoid aliens, AI, and friendly aliens.
Oh no!
This is a really good list. I'm really pleased about this.
Well, there might be sexy times.
So
friendly.
Right. Bang! No more talking.
Fun starts here.
So right now, the group section of the game is completely over.
Cool.
Okay.
So we're going to do what's called the first pass, where each one of us is going to add a period or an event to the timeline. So a period is a period in history, whereas an event is something that happens within a period. So picture, you have the War of the Ring, and an event might be the Battle of Helm's Deep. Could be in that. King Theoden dies. Spoiler alert.
Not at the Battle of Helm's Deep, though. Come on.
No, but that's why it's a different event. I know, keep them guessing. So we're each going to go around and we're going to add a period or a scene to a period or an event to the game, just to this board, and it can be an event on either of these things or just a fresh period anywhere you like in the middle.
Okay, I wasn't really paying attention. My mind was just spinning out.
Okay.
Some crazy ideas.
So
So I'm having to shut them all down. Carry on.
We have all the yellow periods,
Yeah.
and then inside the periods fit the events.
Okay.
So you might in your turn, you can put a new yellow one down somewhere in between these two.
Right.
Where a thing happens, the Space War of Bogulon 9, or you can have an event that goes into this and say, during the coronation, there is an assassination attempt on the galactic ruler.
Okay.
Like a specific event within a period.
Right.
So, well, Ben, would you like to begin?
I haven't thought of anything.
I've got one idea.
Okay, cool. So yeah, do you want to begin? So would you like to do a period or an event?
An event under the Earth is dying bit.
Perfect. So
Right.
if you take one of these, it goes horizontally at the bottom, and
So an event in the period. So a man. Shall I name him?
so anything you say becomes canon now, and we cannot take it back from there.
Stephen Everett, an amateur astronomer, discovers tentacles coming out of the sun while he's looking at the sun. Big tentacles.
I can kind of picture it. It's like he thinks they're like solar flares or something, but he's like, wait a minute.
Oh, maybe most people. Stephen Everett discovers tentacles coming out of the sun.
Organic, like what he calls tentacles.
Bam. Is this, and then you'll put a filled-in circle or an open circle. Is this a good moment or a bad moment?
Feels bad.
So, Ben.
What was it you said before about the plant? You made up something off the top of your head, and it's ended up. Me and Tom looked at each other, and we were like,
What, the assassination attempt on the galactic ruler?
"No, it was something about the planet."
Bogulon 9.
Was it the wars of Bogulon?
Okay. Let's have a period.
Yeah.
Sure. The fungicide of Bogulon 9.
I mean, it should be IX, really.
It's his turn.
Oh,
He's establishing canon right now, and apparently they don't use Roman numerals.
No, because
the mushroom men.
mushroom men don't know what Roman numerals
So
are.
the fungicide of Bogulon 9, is that everyone is getting fungused, or?
Well, it could be very open. I've got an idea for what it is.
So it could be lots of things. It could be the fungus men have been exterminated. It could be like an infestation is dealt with.
Cool.
Or
Okay.
what
Yeah.
else?
Well, no, just as long as you're like you're
It's
purposely.
a good thing.
It's
Oh,
like
God.
Oh, it's good.
It's a good thing.
Okay. So Simon.
Oh,
I feel like Simon is always like a wrench in the plan, right? A spanner in the
He's
things.
calling you a tool, Simon.
And I know that what's going to happen is like he's going to come up with some absolutely amazing. I'm putting the pressure on now.
God.
He's always going to like throw a spanner in the works, which is a glorious moment.
It's exactly
the perfect person to be in this game. Yeah.
I haven't even said anything.
I know, but your mind is so
anticipating.
amazing. I'm sorry, that's what I live for, really. Just the.
I'm about to work in one of those ideas from the like the yes list. Okay, an event. I can reach the event.
Got it.
Okay, and it's landscape mode. What's it called? Bogulon.
Bogulon.
It's such a good name. It's such a good name. Okay, so and it's definitely 9.
Yes.
Could be like the 9th star in that cluster, or the 9th planet. It could be anything, couldn't it? Oh, I see. I can't mess with his planet.
No.
I should be quiet. Sorry, Tom.
What is this illegible scrawl?
Bogulon 9 turned into the greatest
Starship in the galaxy.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my god.
Is that good or bad?
I reckon it's good. It's good. It's a continuation.
Oh, man,
I reckon they had to
that's really
kill off
cool.
the people to turn it into a starship. That's my sort of thought behind it.
Yeah. Can we talk, or can we like discuss this, or do we have to?
All you can do is ask him to embellish, or otherwise wait and use these ideas later
Okay.
on to flesh this out.
So I mean, I was just obviously thinking like, yeah, maybe is it?
Save
can't-
these ideas. Bring them in later
Okay,
on.
cool.
Like, you know,
I don't
the
know.
idea is that we explore these further as we build up the timeline.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna add a period.
It's gonna be. No. I know which ones I was most excited for on the yes list. That's all. The one on the bottom.
Space Pirates. I definitely want Space Pirates. It's definitely going to be Space Pirates. The Great Pirate War. And it's going to be a dark period.
Does it go before or after the fungicide of Bogulon 9?
Before. Bam. Right, so we've all added something now, and so now we have to choose, we move on to the actual like crux of the game, which is one player will be the lens of the game,
Okay.
and they will begin. Who'd like to be
How
the
does this
lens?
all work again? I've forgotten.
So the lens will choose what's called like a focus for the turn. While one person is the lens, let's say Ben is the lens, he could choose one specific aspect of the game, the lore that we have. So it could be something just as broad as war or betrayal or love, and then everyone that adds something, that aspect has to be in whatever they're adding. It could be as focused as Stephen Everett and about that one character. So anything that anyone adds always has to be about Stephen Everett.
Okay.
And we will each go around and we'll add something which would be based on whatever Ben said. So it could be about fungus, a single character, a specific spaceship, a planet, whatever part Ben wants us to explore and embellish more. And it can still be kind of vague on how we tie that in, but as long as it's kind of attached to what's going on. And whoever is the focus, they will kind of like take 2 actions, placing down a period, then they could also do an event, and then they could place a scene within that. And then each other person will take 1 go, and then the lens is welcome to take like 2 again if they want to.
Right.
So, would you like to begin?
Okay. My focus will be alien life.
Alien life. So anything anyone adds has to have alien life involved in it.
Okay.
And as the lens, if you want to place a second thing down, it has to be within what you had previously placed. So if you place a period, then you can place an event within that. If you place an event down, you can then put a scene into it. Not to like shape your opinion too much, but it might be worth us
Yeah, we should do a scene.
getting a
We
scene
haven't done
into the
one
game
yet.
because then I can explain that and then we can.
Okay.
We do some RP. Yay! But we haven't got any characters apart from Steve and Everett.
Well, we can make some up.
We've only got like a few cards on here so far. It's just like we got plenty of cards.
Don't worry, this will massively balloon up and become convoluted and messy, and that's the
I'm
whole
excited.
idea of the game. Like it's meant
Let's
to
go
be.
for it.
Okay. So we will have. Oh, so I can only do 2. So I can't start a new period if I want to get a scene in, can I?
We can put another event within here, though, can't we?
Yeah. You could put an event within one of the existing.
Who's best to do that?
So Ben said the lens is going to be focused on aliens.
Aliens.
And then he's going to do an event, and then what you're going to do too?
No, that's so he can do an event and then he can place a scene within that.
Right.
And we'll explain what a scene is.
Okay.
A bit more in depth in a second.
Is that what the guy does with the weird hair?
Aliens. Okay. So what's going through your mind there,
Okay.
Ben?
So it's quite a long one.
Pretty dense.
So this is an event during the Great Fungicides.
Okay.
Fungospores are discovered to have been seeded on Bogulons 1 through 12 by ancient aliens who engineered them to make the world habitable for them.
So this come after the spaceship?
It's before.
Okay.
So as they're cleansing the planet, they find out, like in the DNA of these, as they discover how to kill them quicker, that they were like engineered as like a self-building mechanism, but organic in nature rather than like a nanobot.
Okay.
So it's built to spread and to generate the right kind of atmosphere and gases and to devour life that is unpleasant towards the people who made them.
Okay.
But there's no evidence of who did it.
Right.
But they're clearly built and seeded here.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
So, would you like to add a scene within that?
Oh, is that good or bad?
Oh, is that
actually?
good or bad?
I think that's good because it's like new. It's a discovery. It's more new information about the universe.
You learned.
Okay.
Learned a thing.
So when you're doing a scene, you want to ask a question that we then have to try and answer during the scene. So you leave it open-ended, and then we kind of tackle. The moment we answer the question, bam, the scene will end.
Right. So what I want to do. Oh, I can't really ask for help, can I?
I think you can ask for help.
Yeah, if like I can help you in like a game point of view.
Well, I'm just thinking like the obvious conflict here is some people are going to want to stop the fungicides and like make contact with this race or find a way to use the fungospores or something like that. Someone wants to stop the fungicide and learn more about it.
Well,
so how do I phrase that in a question?
So maybe a question could be, because we already know that it gets turned into the greatest starship in the galaxy. And it could simply be who loses the debate on whether or not to stop the fungicide. That could be your question, and then we could play both sides. That way it's very open-ended and we have no idea which way it will go.
Okay, how do I phrase that?
I think literally just ask the question, who loses the debate?
Is it this way around?
Yeah, it says movie vertical.
Okay.
On whether or not to stop the fungicide. And then you'll choose some characters that will be involved in this scene, or you can leave it as open as you like. So what we will do here is now we actually do some role playing.
Okay.
And Ben might say that he wants some characters that have to be in this. So do you have any characters in mind that have to be in this scene?
Yeah, the guy who has decoded the fungospores, we'll call him. I can't decide whether to go for a dumb sci-fi name or a boring normal name.
Well, you set the tone here.
Is he a human? Is he an alien?
Yeah, good question.
It's got to be alien-y.
Well,
The fungospores are the alien element.
it's
of this.
his time to choose.
So I think I want this to be a human thing. So we'll go with. We could have an alien character as well, actually, couldn't we? We'll go
No
with
friendly aliens.
no, but you can still have a character there who's trying to stop the fungicide.
Right.
It doesn't have to be friendly.
Oh, I see.
Also, other people, if you only put down 2 characters that have to be in the scene, that leaves 2 characters for people to make up for themselves.
We'll have Professor Tarkold.
Professor Tarkold.
Hello, it's Professor Taco.
He's old. And
Professor
very
Tarko,
late.
he's
Tardy.
he's a fungospore expert.
A fungologist.
A fun guy.
He is such a fun guy.
Mycologist, it would be. A mycologist.
Okay, and then there will be 3 other characters that turn up in this. You'll write them down.
Okay.
The way this is going to work is we'll go around the table and we will each say which character we are going to play. Professor Torkold, the fungologist, has to be in this. And so Simon will choose first, and he either makes up a new character or he will play Professor.
Can I be the professor?
You want to be the professor?
Yeah, and then I can Griswold it.
Sure. So you want to be Professor Torkold.
Tarkold.
The
Tarkold.
mycologist. Sorry, the fungologist. Are you upset by that?
No.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of who I'll be. So you'll make up a character and explain who they are and why they're in the scene, and then we'll go a bit more in depth into like what our motivations are.
Okay.
I'm going to be Johnny Space.
What?
Johnny Swashbuckle, space guy.
Johnny Space.
Johnny Space.
Johnny Space.
Sure.
Have you got like one of those really corny ray gun things?
Yeah. Professor Johnny Space.
Hello, Professor Johnny Space. Oh my god.
He's the head of cybernetic terraform of the Earth
Corp.
Right.
Is he the guy from Aliens? The company guy?
He's a bit like that, yeah.
Paul Reiser.
Shall I just put like corporate stooge?
Corporate
that's
stooge,
good.
yeah.
I am. Let's have like a space name, like
Jeff.
Jeff. Jeff.
Space.
Brother, a strange brother, Johnny Space Guy.
Jeff Space and Johnny Space.
No, I'm all right.
Sorry, I
Jeff,
shouldn't be suggesting stuff. Don't listen to our nonsense.
Jeff Ortega, Chief Exterminator of the Earth fleets. Well, it wouldn't be Earth, would it? It would be whatever,
yeah,
whatever
could be
we are
Earth.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I need
so-
to think of a new guy. I think we need an alien. So I have to now think of a non-humanoid alien. Sure.
We don't necessarily need an alien.
It's up to
I
him.
want an alien, and that's the focus. We'll have.
It could be a non-sentient robot, like a vending machine.
In the middle of a debate, he goes, "Warning!
It's
No
like,
change available."
Out of Twixens!
Could be like a bit of the spore.
Remember, this is him to choose.
Sorry, well, it's him to choose. We're just helping.
But no, you're not allowed to
Not
help.
allowed to help.
We explained these rules
Okay.
very, very strongly.
Cool, I've got an
at the
idea. I just
beginning.
need to think of a name.
You let him
Naming
come
is the
up with-
hardest bit.
What are you talking about? It's easy. Johnny Space. I just came up with that
Let
really
me
quickly.
refresh that up.
Just really
naming
quickly.
is
It's amazing. I never would have thought it was just off the top of your head.
Korgath.
Oh.
Korgath.
Is he a corgi?
Oh my god.
Because they're not humanoids, are they?
Devoted of Rygar.
Okay. So Ben, you will now set the scene for us. You'll tell us what's going on, where this discussion or this scene is happening. Then we will each introduce our characters, and you want to explain what your character's motives are for this scene.
Right.
What you are trying to get across, because this isn't like a book where one person is writing all of the lines and knows all the characters' plans. We don't have a games master driving this. You sort of need to telegraph. And remember, you're not trying to win with your character. We're trying to tell a cool story.
Okay.
And we might do another scene after this where we will be playing each other's characters. We have power to kill off, save each other's characters within this game. So don't get attached to your person. We're trying to make something cool happen.
All right.
Okay.
So where is this scene in the timeline?
So
It's happening here.
Right.
So we're on the we're in a conference room of the flagship of the extermination fleet,
Okay.
and we're all there. I don't want to tell anyone what their character is doing, so I guess I'll keep it vague.
Okay.
Like we're basically like imagine like on the Enterprise where Picard's having a little talk about whether they should save the planet from the volcanic eruptions or whatever.
Sure.
You know, and we're having like a nice round table discussion.